What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. Awesome here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or night, depending on where you're at, but I hope it's awesome. And I know you're having an awesome day today because the markets are absolutely going crazy right now. What a great feeling it is to wake up in the middle of the night and sort of charts have been absolutely dominating. A lot of things are looking great. I mean, Bitcoin back above 100,000. Huge psychological number to get above $100,000 marker for Bitcoin. Major resistance at 100,000, and now we are back above 100,000. We're actually up to 100,001. So things are looking pretty damn good right now for Bitcoin. Other things that are looking good right now: XRP back above the 225 mark. Again, realize that XRP is going to move a little bit slower than Bitcoin. Bitcoin usually will peak out before a lot of the altcoins, so just sit back, relax. One thing I want to say for sure here is that it's funny that you get online now and everyone is a crypto genius. Everyone is telling you how great they are. Everyone's telling you how they called this. It's just funny to me. I get a kick out of stuff like that because no one knew it was going to happen here. We could all look at indicators and assume that things were going to turn out well down the road. The best thing is that on this channel, at least, we all were just talking about accumulating, and the majority of the people here just accumulated during these dips. And so right now, things are looking pretty damn good for most people. Most people here on this chat should at least be somewhere in the green. I mean, you should be in the green if you've been following the channel for a while and have been accumulating the areas where you can, right? Again, putting money in. It's not always hard to have extra cash on the side, but if you did, you're obviously in the green right now. And so for that, I am super pumped, super excited, and I'm just happy that like you wake up. It's such a good feeling. It makes everything so much better on the day. And now the crazy predictions come back out. Are we going to continue to rally? Are we going to hit all-time highs? Like all this stuff is going to come back around. A lot more people are going to be jumping into crypto because they're seeing it boom. That again, we're going to have this wave come just like we saw in November and December and January. When the markets start to run, more people will start to enter, things like that. And so great day to be alive. Markets are looking phenomenal. I mean, Bitcoin back above 100,000. Who would have thought, right? Just a couple, literally 2 weeks ago, we're at 73, and people were panic selling, going crazy, and now we're back at it again. So with all that, I hope everyone's had a fantastic day. What's up, Selmo? We got Marty in the house here. What's up, buddy? Tall Paul, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. We got Jeffrey in the house here. Old man, Jenkins, what's up, dude? Ian, what's up, man? Appreciate you guys being here. Selmo, good to see you, man. We got Crypto Keeper. Yeah, that was good talk on X there, dude. It was pretty funny. Scott Sterling, what's up, man? Observer, RPM. I'm scrolling fast, so if I miss you guys, like I always say, I'm sorry. I'll catch you somewhere in the chat here. Michael B, what's up, bud? Route 66. Deb, Toolbox, good to see you guys. Appreciate you all being here for the day. We got Tobias in the house here. Pipeline. Richard, Will. Again, going fast. Authentic, what's up, man? We got Sir Jeremy. Appreciate you guys all being here. Yeah, we got a lot to cover today. Because there was just a lot of information put out there. In all reality, it's just been one of those busy days today, and I'm presenting nothing to you guys, so that's freaking awesome. Glad we shared that screen real quick. So as you can see right here, look at this, dude. We're back to a $3.15 trillion, dude. Like, that is insane. We're just back at like what, almost a 2.91, I think is where we dropped down to, up 5.61% today. Like insane, dude. Insane jumps today. Bitcoin right here, you can see 101,240. Crazy to see that number. Even Ethereum, dude. Ethereum back above 2,000. I mean, how awesome is that to see Ethereum back above 2,000? Everyone's doubting Ethereum. Do not sleep on Ethereum. I get this Ethereum's slow. I get that Ethereum's not what it used to be. Yada, yada, yada. I get all that. But Ethereum's still a dark horse in this race. XRP back to the 225 marker. 225 was always kind of like where our buy was a while back. Like I was saying, anywhere from the 215 to the 210 was kind of that area in the $2 mark. Now we're back to 225, up about 5.86%. Another one of our babies here, Sui, looking really, really good, up 19%, almost 20% on the week, which is just crazy, over a 7-day marker here. Or no, sorry, that was over a 24-hour marker, my bad, over a 24-hour marker here. And then on top of that, dude, you got our little baby HBAR right here, sitting up almost 10%, almost touched 20 cents, which is awesome, right? I mean, like, HBAR has been a lot of us here have been accumulating HBAR like none other. And so seeing HBAR get back to that 20-cent marker is absolutely amazing. Like when I woke up and looked at my portfolio for Hedera, I was like over the moon this morning. I really was. I was really pumped out. You can see right here, obviously, stock market's looking absolutely phenomenal today. Absolutely killing it today. We got the Dow up 600 points. S&P 500 up 83 and the NASDAQ up 336. A lot of this has to do with the hedging of this UK trade deal. We knew this coming into this morning that a trade deal was being made, that he was going to make a major announcement today in regards to the trade deals. UK was the first one to come to the table and allow these reciprocal trade talks to happen. This is a lot to do with where the markets are at. I mean, obviously, the tariffs have been the biggest discussion in the markets across all boards from the very time Trump came into office. And it's been absolutely a downward spiral from the tariff discussion. Now we're actually starting to see some relief from these trade deals. So this is kind of what we want to see. And there's going to be more to come. As you guys know, Trump did say there's going to be more trade deals coming. So this is the very first one of many. And I honestly can't wait for the more trade deals to happen. Again, whether the trade deal happens with China, I don't know. I don't really know if I care. I just want more trade deals done with a lot of the other major players on the global scale. That's all I care about. And so to see this is phenomenal. I mean, I think a lot of us wanted this. I think a lot of us have been waiting for this. So yeah, I'm super pumped about that. And I think a lot of us are this morning, dude. I'm all green, sticks in crypto, been profit taking style. Hell yeah, Deb. That's what I love to hear. We got XRP is dead one. Stop hyping people with your fake agenda. Dude, there's no way, dude. XRP is, dude, crypto trend tracker. Hey, man, there's no negativity today. No need for negativity today. XRP is going to do just fine, bro. XRP is going to continue to rally. XRP is, dude, they are so cash heavy right now. I mean, they're trying to buy Circle, bro. Like, you can't dog XRP and Ripple for what they're trying to do. Like, you really can't. You can't be a hater like that. XRP is going to do great, just like Bitcoin. A lot of cryptos, all cryptos are going to do good in a bull market, right? So, again, anyone could say the XRP is dead. There's no way, dude. It wouldn't be a top-ranked crypto like this if it was dead, dude. There's just no way. There's no way, dude. Crypto Navigator, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see. What are the Vanguard? Buy the dips and hold strong. Yeah, we are the Vanguards. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Got a new watch, big watch. Got a new watch. All right. We got Shannon. Shannon, buddy. Good to see you, man. Hope all is well with you. Thank you so much for the 99 super sticker. You're awesome, bro. As always, one of the longest, if not the longest, A-team member in the house here. As always showing love, and I appreciate the $20 super chat or super sticker there. You're awesome. Thank you for your good advice. I bought like 2 days ago because of you. Oh, really? Authentic? Oh, hell yeah, man. I mean, in all reality, indicators were telling us one thing, right? So again, we can all look at the indicators here. That's all the indicators are. It's like, you know, we're looking at the indicators and it's trying to tell us a story. You can believe the indicators or you can believe the media. And a lot of the indicators were telling us that the market was going to do well. And again, the day chart might have been a little rough, right? But when you look at the weekly chart's still looking phenomenal for Bitcoin. And it's even crazier is if you look at XRP on the indicators, XRP is just, the weekly is just turning around. But the funny part is when you go back and you look at where the peak was of this, right? The peak of Bitcoin here on the RSI peaked out right here on November 18th. Let's see when XRP peaked out on the weekly. November 18th. This was November 25th. So literally almost 7 days, 7 to 8 days, about 7 days after Bitcoin started going, we saw the massive rally. This didn't peak out until right around here. We started to peak out. And this is actually on the downward trend when we peaked out. So you got to think XRP is like 2 to 3 weeks behind Bitcoin in terms of rally. So when Bitcoin's pumping, you're going to see not so much money going into the altcoins as you would into Bitcoin. Obviously, the dominance of Bitcoin goes up. We can even look at the dominance right now, right? The dominance of Bitcoin is continually rising right now. It's a little flat, but I mean, it's continually going up. Or sorry, Bitcoin is continually going up, but you can see right here that we actually flatlined. So when this starts to come down, we're going to see the altcoins, the money and the profits are going to flow over into altcoins, which is why the altcoins continue to rise. So again, XRP might feel like, well, it's not really moving as much as Bitcoin or moving as much as Ethereum and all these kind of things. Well, just realize that it will in a couple weeks. It probably will. So yeah, that's awesome to see. I donated hundreds of dollars to this channel and get banned. You got banned, 20 Prosperity? How'd you get banned, dude? I don't ban you, dude. I don't. So if you got banned, I'm sorry, bro. Honestly, I have no idea. How did you get banned? Someone must have accidentally clicked. Sometimes it accidentally gets clicked, dude. And so if that happens, just let everyone know. If that happens, just hit me up on Twitter, bro, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible, or into Discord or something like that. So, but yeah, sorry to hear that. 20 Prosperity. Still in the red all the way around for me. Still in the red. Damn, bro. HBAR is close to my DCA. Nice, dude. That's what I like to see. White smoke from the stacks of the Vatican. New Pope. Yeah, I saw that there's a new Pope out there. So that's positive too, right? Very, very positive to see that. So obviously the framework's out here. The framework actually looks pretty good. I don't know if you guys have been following this. The framework looks good, but it was funny to see Trump coming out and just dogging Jerome Powell. It just dogging Jerome Powell today, dude. Putting it out on X, putting it out everywhere. He says that a rate cut would be like jet fuel for the markets, but Powell doesn't want to. And he says that he believes that the Fed, that Powell just doesn't like him, and it is what it is, right? But it's right here. The agreement, or sorry, too late. Jerome Powell is a fool. Who doesn't have a clue? Other than that, I like him very much. Oil and energy way down, almost all costs. Groceries and eggs down, virtually no inflation. Tariff money pouring into the U.S. The exact opposite of too late. Enjoy. So he's out here just dogging Jerome Powell. He's out here just going to town on Jerome Powell here in terms of just basically saying that Jerome Powell probably doesn't like him, and that's probably why he's doing what he's doing. It's playing the political game of things. I don't really care what's happening here because we do know that eventually those rates will come down. And we do know that the tariff money is coming in. I mean, we're starting to see that happen now. This deal with the UK is a big deal. We see this in the reaction of just the markets alone right here. If it wasn't that big of a deal, we wouldn't see this big of a pump in the markets here. So I think that that's something to at least watch out for. And then they came out here and they actually showed on the government website. They came out and actually showed the United Kingdom trade deal here, and it's a pretty damn good trade deal. I mean, look at the numbers here. And we have unprecedented access to the UK market, which includes a ton of these things, which we didn't have a ton of access to before. We had access, but we didn't have as good of access as we do now. And so really, in all reality, we're really doing a one-for-one trade-off here in terms of tariffs. So this is actually good for the United States. It really is. I know people kind of want to dog Trump, and some people, for whatever political reasons you got. Again, I'm not here for the political reason side. All I care is that this deal was done so that we can make money. That's all I care about. We got Tony Punch in the house here. What's up, buddy? This is a bull trap set at 104, 105K. You think a bull trap set? All right. Also, the market must be back when you get those kinds of people in here. I know. I think of people. There's just a lot of people out here that obviously are down. I mean, what happened was, most likely, if I had to guess, is that people bought XRP in hype. They bought the top of XRP and they're down on their bag. And so usually people that are down on their investment then come back and say, dude, like, you're out here talking about it and excited about it. I bought it and now I'm down on my investment and I'm angry about it. And that's okay, but the one thing that we know and the one thing I can say is that no matter what, if you buy a good crypto, usually that tends to bounce back, and the people that continue to hold it versus selling at a loss will be the ones that actually prosper. I don't have peace. The market manipulators are setting up a trap. I don't want to be negative, but I'm trying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Hey, man, there's a risk reward to this whole thing, right? You got to look at both sides. I agree with you, Mike. I mean, we're all excited and happy and want to jump on it and pumped to see where we're at. And like I said, no matter what, dude, as long as you continue to hold, regardless of where it's at, and you don't FOMO into these positions, you're buying in red and you're not buying in green today. Like, everyone's buying today. You can see the market, dude. You can see literally the people are buying today. The AI machines are out here buying today. I mean, this is all algorithmic trading here. This is, and a lot of it is retail investors probably jumping in off of FOMO. Like, it just is what it is. It's like, you guys, I guarantee you there's a lot of people in here today that wanted to buy today. Like, they saw the green charts and they were like, dude, I really want to buy today. Some of you actually might have bought on this hype, right? On this excitement, knowing that it's in the green now. Again, trying to change that behavior and get people to actually buy when we're in the red is really a hard behavior to change. People just don't want to do it. And it's just a hard thing because they think it's going to go down further. So there's a psychological factor to it all. And the crazy thing is that people are going to continue to buy Bitcoin at this price. It's going to either go down or up. And then people are going to continue to buy the tops of it. It's just the name of the game, dude. And unfortunately, we're trying to curb that. I am trying to curb that for people watching. Also will educate. I try to. Mike, if the whales dump and price goes way down, I look for another gift. Some people look like that. Yeah, this is why you don't sell. Yeah, this is why you don't sell. You'll miss the rallies, right? I'm not going to ban anyone, dude. I don't ban anyone here. I mean, I might mute some people, but I don't know if I typically ban. I really like you, our Puerto Rican. The Puerto Rican thing was actually pretty funny. Austin, what are your thoughts on the $2 HBAR cycle? Dude, I think $2 is still on the table. I've been calling $2 Howard for I don't know how long. I've been calling $2 for quite some time. We'll take a look at HBAR. Yeah, I'll take a look at HBAR here in a second. Let me get through some of these more. Let me get some more of the chat here. Brits remember to boycott U.S. beef until they drop those hormones and steroids. That's true. I would probably agree with you on that. Double D's, what's up, man? Trump is the GOAT. Girls must have had soccer this morning. No, they didn't. Inflation is measured in eggs. I love how we go back to eggs for inflation. Here are some insights. Trump's behind the scenes instructs Jerome Powell to how to act then in front of the screens. I don't know, man. That seems like crazy. Fidelity didn't link my bank for crypto in time. The know your customer law is so strict. Really, Terry? That's wild, bro. I entered late in DCA to almost even on XRP holding now. Okay, step into Gracie. Yeah, I mean, it happens, right? It's important to put a stop loss in. I learned the hard way. Yeah, Jarvis, like that's, yeah, please. If you're on a day trader, you're like swing trading this thing, yeah, dude, definitely put a stop loss in on that so you don't lose out. You know what I mean? Especially if you're looking to like not go past the 101. If you bought Bitcoin today and you don't want to go past the 101 marker and you're looking for a nice little, sell on the day trade, yeah, definitely sell that. Put a stop loss in at 101 and sell it. And don't look back. Lots of new deals coming in and they can't stop. Yeah, I think a lot of deals are going to keep coming in for sure. Not going to lie, pretty sad. I sold all my shit coins for XRP just to tread water. It all depends. I mean, it depends on the what I guess the question is, what's the shit coin you bought and where's it at right now? Sure, it's a lot of crybabies on here. Enjoy the go Trump and hit the. I appreciate you, Paul. Yeah, you get mixed. You get a lot of mixed emotions in a lot of these streams. It's all good, dude. I don't take it personal. Just let everyone know I don't take it personal. I really don't. I sold today, bought yesterday morning. I did not even know about the ETH news. Just one ETH, but okay, that's good. Tackle View. What's up, man? Good to see you, dude. I swear Jerome pulls into his driveway after these meetings with a shit-eating grin on his face. He probably does, Craig. He probably does, dude. When all of us newbies got in at the highs, we thought we would get rich overnight, but if you hodl, you'll be rich, just not overnight. Yeah, 100% top ball. And what's crazy is that you had CZ come out here and say the same thing. CZ says, dude, like as long as you hold, you'll be rich. He literally, CZ came basically one of the largest, probably the richest guys in crypto came out and this told everyone. I mean, and Michael Saylor's strategy is the same way. As long as you hold, you'll eventually become rich. If you just hold, like you just have to have the patience to hold. And a lot of people just do not have those patience to hold. Are you that person? Are you the person that can hold, or are you the person that sells at any scare? And unfortunately, a lot of people, we already know, dude, probably, I don't know the statistic, but it's a high number. It could probably be in the 90% mark of people that when they see red, they sell. And that's just part of the game, dude. So, the people that hold on and the people that wait through this and continue to accumulate when they can, like you said, doesn't mean you have to always buy the dip, but just accumulate when you can, will be the ones that prosper in the end. So that's the group I'm in. This is rising due to the new chosen Pope. You think so? You think the Pope is the one reason why? Maybe. I don't candy or drink sodas except Mexican Coke. Oh my God. What do you forecast ETH? I still think ETH is going to get over the floor. I mean, I had ETH sitting at 8,000, dude, 8 to 10,000 for ETH this cycle, but it's performed very, very poorly. But we do know that May is a really, really good month for Ethereum. Obviously, it's a really, really good month for Ethereum. So, I mean, there's that as well, that we know that May is usually typically a good month for crypto. But, I'm still sitting around probably anywhere from the 6,000 to 8,000 mark, maybe for XRP in this bull run. All right. I started buying crypto back near December all-time highs, but over the course of the past few months, I've got my averages way the F down, and today I'm up like a lot. Hell yeah, observers. That's what I'm talking about. Dude, this is perfect. That's like a testament to doing like what you should do in these scenarios. And obviously you held. Obviously you had patience. Obviously, yes, there were some times where you were like, God, what did I do? Oh, my stomach hurts. Like the markets are going down. Like, what is Trump doing? Dude, I guarantee you all those crossed everyone's mind. Like, this is pissing me off. I can't believe I bought all that stuff. And then you work your way into your numbers, and now you're up. And like you said, today I'm up like a lot. I mean, that's freaking awesome to hear, dude. That makes my day. Stuff like that makes my day, dude. Most people don't seem to have personal responsibility these days. Yeah, they lost that like back in 2021, dude. There's zero accountability. It's always ever someone else's fault. You know what I mean? I'll give it a perfect example. So obviously I'm in an HOA and we're on a community well, and they came in and they installed a new filtration system. Well, they installed the filtration system, and during that process, they have to introduce chlorine to our water for the cleaning process, right? Well, they introduced too much chlorine, and they didn't notify any of us. And all of a sudden, everyone's like getting their skins are getting dry. Like my hands are super dry from the chlorine, all this stuff, right? So now like the Department of Health is involved, all this kind of crazy stuff, right? And they take zero responsibility. I'm like, it's like, this is your guys' problem now. And it's like, no, how is it the person who did this has zero responsibility over it? It blows my mind, dude. I'm like, it just makes my head spin, dude. It's just like zero accountability for someone's actions to mess something up, right? And yeah, it just is what it is. You just gotta just take it for what it is. I get a job for 4 to 8 years and accumulate till you don't have to work anymore. That's the way to do it, Nathan, if you can do it. Timmy, thanks so much for the $2 super chat too. A-Team is the vanguard. We are for the front line. Hell yeah, dude. We are the front line. I mean, most retail investors are trying to come in here and make some wealth, right? Make some money. So majority of the people that are watching me, I mean, all the people watching me are retail investors, right? We're all basically, retail investors who are trying to just make money off these markets. And sometimes the retail investors are the ones getting screwed out of this. We're not the institutional investors. But like I said, as long as you buy and you hold and you accumulate when you can, I honestly don't feel you can lose. And the reason why I know you can't lose is because this right here. I've shown this before and I'll show it again. And I'll show it probably a million more times on this channel just for anyone coming in that's new that needs some motivation. Look at this, dude. As long as you hold, you're in the green. This is all-time chart for Bitcoin here. All-time chart for Bitcoin. Yeah, there's dips. There's dips and it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up. But I mean, for the most part, it continues to go up. Since 2011 to 2025 right now, this thing has been in an upward trajectory. S&P 500 is in an upward trajectory. NASDAQ's in an upward. All these markets are in an upward trajectory as long as you hold. But people can't hold. People have a hard time buying here and holding until here because of this right here. That's what they're scared of. So these years that they're holding is what gets them. You know what I mean? And that's an unfortunate thing. And I know, let's see, hello team. What's up, Rito Burrito? Good to see you, buddy. And I know there are some instances where it could be someone else's fault, but I'm talking about when you're making decisions and you don't fully know what you're doing. There's a lot of people do that, right? They jump in and yeah, I would agree. I want to see a prison life experience interview featuring CZ. He probably had a great time. He probably had a computer. He probably had a cell phone. He probably was just chilling, dude. Hey, you up 175 on a swing site? What you do selling now or be greedy? I don't know. If you're up 175 bucks, I'd probably sell. I'd probably, that's tough, dude. That's up to you. Me and some friends bought cattle in Texas, take care of 100 acres. I bought a pregnant cow, all natural gas. Can't wait to try buy for. Damn, dude, that's pretty cool, Crypto Joel. That's a lot. You bought 100 cattle. Gosh, that's a big one. Soon trade XRP good enough for me, dude. We've been saying this, guys. I mean, like, I'm gonna be honest here. This dip, this had so many good opportunities for buys. It was insane, dude. Just the Fibonacci chart right here, right? I pulled this fib. We pulled this fib, dude. I don't know when we pulled the fib. We had to pull it. We pulled it back on this right here. This was the original high right here. It came down, it dipped down, and I said to the 205 to the $2 mark was the buy, right? This thing rallied up. You could have sold this, right? Then it dipped all the way back down and hit back down here to 208, and now we're back up again. So I mean, there's multiple times here we could have like a 8 to 10% purchase, right? And a swing trade. And even over the last 3 days, you could have bought in here at 208, and now you're up roughly 8% right now. That's such a good swing trade, especially if you bid it on leverage, dude. You had such a good swing trade right there. If you're enjoying the stream, would love it if you could smash that like button. Yeah, I appreciate you, XRP Benny. Yeah, hit that like button. Appreciate you guys. We've got 609 people watching. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to. Comment if you want to. He said what to buy. He said we have beef. Lessons learned, taking profits along the way. Yeah, I mean, you can do that too. Where's Fan? She's probably whipping up some one of those heartburn shakes for us. She is not here. She's actually getting it's Teacher Appreciation Week, and so I think she's out searching for a gift for my kid's teacher. So that's how Fan rolls. When I found out what an HOA is, I genuinely felt so bad for Americans. HOA is insane, dude. It makes my stomach hurt. It makes me so mad. I'm in the green and a good way too. For the first time since I joined without streams, A-Team Discord, folks. Not a hope thing. Oh, dude, that's awesome, Toolbox. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate your positivity, dude. And that's what's been great about this, dude. I mean, as long as you've accumulated when you could, Everyone says buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. I never say buy the dip. I just say accumulate when you can. Accumulate when you can, and eventually it'll all work out. And so far, it seems like a lot of people here have done that, right? I've done it myself. You know what I mean? Like throughout the life of being in crypto. You have to, dude. You have to. The only time you lose is if you sell. We say it all the time. And it's true. It really is true. Some individual, whenever you treat the water, you know it smells so strong. Yeah, it's so bad, dude. Bro, watch when the big beautiful bill gets passed with the tax break. Oh, dude, Tommy, when the tax breaks happen, you talk about jet fuel, dude. Here's what here's what he said right here. Rate cuts would be like jet fuel for the markets. It's a shame. I'll call him too late, pal. That's his nickname. It's just crazy to me because if the cut rates did happen, we probably would see a massive boom. That's what I was hoping for yesterday. When we're on live and the rate cuts didn't come through, I was kind of like, gosh, dang. But the good thing was the markets did not react horribly to keeping the rates the same. So that was the positive of this whole thing, was that the rate cuts didn't actually hurt the markets at all. And then, but I do think a rate cut would be phenomenal for the markets. And now we're going to have rate cuts coming along with the tax package. Dude, the markets are going to do well, guys. The markets are going to do well. I've showed you the chart before. I'll show it again. We had the guy that I showed you, the banana chart. We are at such an early phase. We're at phase 1 of 3 phases, dude. We're at phase 1. The question is can you hold till phase 3? Unfortunately, like I said, 90% of the people will not be able to hold from phase 1 to phase 2. What they're going to do is they're going to exit their markets well before they could before the next rally. It's just what's going to happen, dude. A lot of people are going to exit the markets. Don't let that be you. Like, actually hold through it and see it to the end. And if you see it to the end, you'll be in a lot better situation than if you're stressing about it on a daily basis. So hopefully people that are new to this, or at least new watching here, have a better feeling about that. So you're the reason I haven't sold at a loss, 260 average here. Dude, we're going to get it back, Matt. We're going to get it back, dude, without question. Without question, we're going to get it back, dude. My garden is worn out from the swearing over the last 4 months. HOAs suck, dude. They are pretty bad, dude. People panicking. We need to wait till Sailor's keynote speech from yesterday. Yeah. If you stay patient, crypto is a money spinner. I think so, too. HOAs are a scam, Seiko. What's up, buddy? Thoughts on Flare? Flare's good, dude. I like Flare. Just not, again, I have just a little bit in there. I don't have a ton of money in there, but I mean, a lot of people like Flare. I spend money on all the crap I don't need, dude. I do too, man. I spend money on things. Fan kicks my butt because I'll buy things on Amazon for like the kids, and we'll use it a couple times, and then like it like kind of just sits there, and she's like, "Really, dude?" And I'm like, I mean, it's like $10, like $50, but sometimes I do the same thing. I heard there was an ETF launching today. Well, I know a lot of the big time ETFs aren't going to be launching until after June. June 17th is kind of the date for a lot of the ETFs, right? We're talking, Solana. We're talking Dogecoin. We're talking XRP, HBAR. All those got pushed back till June 17th, I think is the date. So Robert Prevost chosen to be the next pope. So here we go. We got a new pope in here. So Pope Francis died at April 22nd at the age of 88. Gosh, damn, dude, he was old. Here's the new pope right there, as you can see. The Cardinal Robert Francis poses after being elevated to the rank of cardinal at the Vatican. That was on April 30th. So here's the new pope right here. There you go, dude. To all my Catholic brother and sisters, there he is right there. Cool. That's good to hear. We got a new pope in the house. Got a new pope. Well, that'll be interesting to sort of see his speech. So we'll see what happens there. So we saw that. We saw this. That was good to see right there. The tariffs right there. Trump says better go out and buy stocks now. I agree with him, dude. Like, if you're not in the stock market right now, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing, dude? Like, what is going on? I can't live in HOA unless it's high. Dude, I have to get out of my HOA. I've been telling Fan. That's why I want the rates. I need the rate cuts to come down, guys. Pray that the rates come down so I can sell my house and get out of this HOA that I'm in. I'm on a third Trump pump. It's such an easy chat to play. What's up, Hogzilla? Good to see you, buddy. Hope all is well, man. Hope all is well with you, bro. New pope selected. Yeah, it's kind of cool to see. That's why I hodl my meme coins and DCA into. I still hold a lot of my. I'm still holding Trump. I'm still holding my Pepe. I'm still holding. Yeah, those are really. I mean, those are the meme coins I think I'm holding the most right now. Something I've noticed is when ETH is leading the chart in growth, there is a hard correction soon. Yeah, they'll always be soft. You got to think the market is traded on an algorithm, dude. The algorithm is traded by bots. A lot of this is bot trading, guys. This isn't like people at a computer typing in this stuff. It's all being traded off numbers and people in a machine it's machine trading. And so that's why the best thing you can do as a retail investor is just to buy, accumulate, hold, accumulate, hold, accumulate, because these daily algorithmic traders that are bot traders are going to beat you every time. And so if you're trying to beat the bots, like, good luck. I mean, the AI trading is insane now. And you got to think a majority of these automatic market makers that are out there are killing it, dude. The market makers are killing it, which is why a lot of legislation needs to come out against the market makers, because the market makers are really what's fueling the ups and downs of the markets. So you saw the SEC come out and go after a lot of the market makers that are out there that are really manipulating the markets. $240 a month for my HOA, gosh, that's worse than mine, Soul. I'll give you that. That's crazy. You bought Sand? All right, Sand. Hey, man, Sand's probably the best. If you're going to do a metaverse, it's probably the best one you can do. I'm finding the green as well. Going to celebrate with a Happy Meal. Hell yeah, Dangerous Dave. Make sure it's the Minecraft Happy Meal. Still waiting to talk about HBAR. Oh, yeah, let's talk about some HBAR, bro. Let's do some HBAR here. So HBAR looking pretty damn good right now. Like back up to the 19,217. Again, this is the day chart right here. Day chart come back. We're starting to see this back up. We want to get it back to the 20-cent mark right here, which again, it showed a pretty good amount of resistance. My number right here is the 25. That 20 cents 5 is where my marker is at. The great thing here is that the weekly is just starting to come back out here, right? So we can actually go back and look at when the weeklies actually look like this. This is what I love about the weeklies. So weeklies tell us a lot about where the chart's going. Let me get Dangerous Dave's comment out of the way here. You can see a lot of where the markets are going based off the weekly charts. And again, I know that weeklies are kind of like long and drawn out because it's a week, right? But it gives you a really good picture of like where the charts can go. So anytime that we start to rally or start to come up right here, we start to have a really good, run with the market. So what we have to do is, this is the last time, 36 was the last time with HBAR that we reached this level, 36, right? Before, and I'm not going to count this one because this is our nice rally right here. But what I'm saying is that we need to get past this 36 marker right here. This is our last indicator right here. So if we get above this into where it's like 50, into like above the 46 into the 50 range right here, we should be in a pretty good spot. We usually tend to blow through that. Last time we didn't was right here, but this was back in 2022, which is the bear market. Typically, when we have the weeklies that are reached up, we tend to be in the green. So right now, we're actually at the bottom of the weekly here. And so, we could get potentially back. I mean, we could get back above the 25 marker here and hopefully back into these levels on this nice little rally here. I'm not going to say that we're going to get back to the high of the cycle at 40. I mean, if we do, that's phenomenal. That would be fantastic if we get above that and keep rallying through. But just realize that there's going to be a rally, and then we're probably going to have a peak where we come back down again, right? All we want to do is create a new high here. So this basically we've reset here. This is a new cycle, right? So this is a cycle right here. And now that we've hit the bottom here, this bottom is a new cycle. So when you'll hear people talk about cycles, this is now a new cycle of HBAR. So this is the first cycle. Now we're in a second cycle. So this second cycle right here, we got to create a high. We're going to come up and we're going to create a high. We'll probably get into the 25 marker is my projection, 25 cents. And we're probably going to come back down a little bit, probably come back down into the 20-cent marker again, back into here. And then we hopefully create another high to the next level. Like that's what you want, right? You need these ups, you need release, then you need the next up. Like it's not always just going to be a straight line. And so even during this rally right here, we went into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks in the green. So even there, we had 5 weeks in the green, and then we had this major release that came off right here. But we're already working our way up here. And like I said, I hope we get to the 25, maybe back into the 30 would be phenomenal. You can see this big fair value gap up here, which could be filled nicely. Like if we can hit this 30-cent marker and fill this gap, dude, that'd be so great, dude. But if you look back, I mean, a majority of the people that are buying, that have bought HBAR here is sitting at 6 cents. Like this is, look at the volume down here at 6 cents. Dude. That means a lot of people are still holding this. A lot of people are still the major support levels down here at the 6 cents. Like that's crazy. And there's not a lot of volume to get through to get to this 25-cent marker. Our next line of resistance actually is at 28, which you can see this big, you can see this volume right here. Look at that volume. Is anywhere from 27 to 28 is our next big volume that we're probably going to hit a lot of resistance. So if we can break through 20, 21, we could probably reach 28 pretty quickly. So again, that's just me looking at it from just a quick overview. But the weekly RSI is looking phenomenal here. We're coming back into the green, hopefully here. And when we get into that green mark, we're going to probably continue to rally up through here. So, and XRP is in the same boat, dude. XRP is in the same boat. We're looking like really, really nice here. New cycle is being created now. This is our old cycle. This is now our second cycle to this. Now coming up out of here, you can see a majority of our purchases were back down here at 56 cents. And now you can start to see, I mean, we're going to hit a lot of resistance here right. You can see we're already started hitting it here at this 35, this 40. And as soon as we get past probably the 250 mark, dude, we are probably back up to the $3 mark pretty damn easily. So those are our areas of resistance, is about 35, 45, and into 50. As soon as we get past those, dude, I think that we're on for the races. So hopefully we can do that. And right now the weekly is looking really good. We haven't even breached the 20% marker on the RSI. So XRP is actually looking really good. I told you guys, XRP is probably the strongest chart in crypto. I know people will dog me for saying that, but I mean, I'm honest. I think XRP has one of the strongest setups to do really well in this next rally. You think there'll be another boom this weekend? Yeah, I think this weekend's it's probably gonna be a good week. All the countries are cutting rates, but Powell doesn't want to. I know. 2 years ago, I don't know jack about crypto. Tons of work and research had given me some of fat stacks and investment with great yields. Austin's insights definitely helped me too. Oh, Big B, I appreciate that. No, I'm happy, man. You're killing it then. That's awesome. Killing it then. Circle has a big percent of ZBCN. Does it? Powell won't cut rates. It'll be interesting to see what happens. What is the chance of a rate cut in June? It drops. So it was a 98% chance that we weren't going to cut rates here in May. It's a 66% chance that we're not going to cut rates in June. And it's a 30% chance that we'll not cut rates in the next rate cut off that one. So it goes down and down and down. I showed a chart. I could probably find that chart. I showed a chart of the probabilities of that, and it's showing that basically probably in July, I think July will be when like the first rate cut hits based off the trajectory of where we're going. I'm willing to sit through another bear. That's the difference. Noobs can't handle that. Dude, I don't think anything can get worse than the 2022 bear market, dude. Like maybe it can. Maybe it can. Maybe that was the worst bear market we've gone through. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. But I can tell you this, that was a tough bear market. I mean, we had the FTX collapse. We had a lot of uncertainty with just crypto in general. All right. There wasn't a lot of good feeling with the government coming after it. FTX collapse, Luna collapse, Celsius, Voyager. You go down the list of all these things that like made crypto so dangerous. And I feel like going into this next bear market, when we do hit the next bear market, there's going to be a lot more clarity, and there's going to be a lot more. It's going to be a lot easier. I feel. I say that now, but you know, I can look back in hindsight and go, man, this is even worse. But I feel that it's not going to be that bad. I feel like that might have been the worst of the worst. 260, yeah, 260 is a pretty. That's we'll get 260 back, dude. After all the DCA and I've been doing, my XRP is finally in the green. Hell yeah, Scott. Anyway, you can draw the wedges and see where we're heading short term for BTC XRP. I'd probably do the wedges offline. I mean, we can run wedges off this, but I mean, yeah, I'm not going to do the wedges right now. I'll say that. It takes some time. Meredith, it helps you understand these rips and dips. Yeah, still relatively new to crypto, but do you think there will be a big sell-off in the coming months? There's always going to be a sell-off, right? And yeah, there probably will be a sell-off in the coming months. I put this out. I'll see if I save this. I hope I bookmark this video. There's a really, the guy calls it the banana theory. I shared this. When did I share this with you guys? I shared this with you guys a couple days ago. But I do believe that, I mean, this is exactly, there's everything that he's showing here, dude, is pretty much the same thing. So here's the banana theory. So you can see right here, look. So here's 2012 and 2011, 2012. Here's the bull cycle, right? Correction 1, correction 2, and then what he calls the banana zone. You go over here to 2016 and 17, you got correction 1, you got correction 2, and then you got what's called the banana zone, which is, again, or he's calling this a banana zone, but this is where we reached the top. Then here in 2020, 2021, we had the first correction, second correction, boom. Right now, we are right here. We are in the first correction. This is the first correction. We're going to rally to a second correction. Where that correction's at, I don't know. I don't know exactly where that correction falls. Is it, are we going to rally to this correction and be here in, go through probably Q3? It'll probably happen in Q3, dude. If I had to think about it, it's probably going to happen in Q3. We're probably going to rally into Q3. Maybe not. I don't know. We're probably going to have a nice little rally to Q3, and I don't know where the number is going to go. And then we're we're going to probably have another sell off here, which again, people are probably going to think that's the top, and they're going to sell off, and they're going to miss the next phase up. That's everything's right here in front of you, dude. And this 4-year cycle that everyone talks about. This is off the debt and the debt cycle. And so you got to realize that the debt cycle is what a lot of people are focused on. And that's why the rate cuts are so important to the United States, is because our debt cycle is coming in here. Our debt cycle, our renewing of the debt happens here in Q3, Q4, end of Q3. I think going into Q4, I think we have to renew our debt, renew the interest on our debt. And so if our interest rates are where they're at right now, and we renew it, we're going to be screwed. That's why Trump is so pushing on interest rates coming down, is because you can't renew our debt with the rates of where they're at. We need to renew the debt when our rates are sitting around less than where they're at right now, right? We're at a what, 4.25 or something like that. You got to be way lower than that if you're going to renew the debt. So this is a debt cycle, and that's why it's a 4-year. Why the 4-year cycle continues to stay true, because it's always right on the 4-year debt cycle. Just swallow the rate and move. Yeah, Jesus. Let's see. Now we all see a sleeping giant. Flare looks out. Yeah, Flare's actually doing pretty well. Everything's doing good. Yeah, everything's doing really good right now. I'm gonna try to catch up to the chat here, guys. I'm pretty far behind. You guys are chatting up. We have 645 people in here watching. Appreciate you guys all being here. Make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate it. I agree. XRP refuses to go below 2. It's really good. It's a really good number right there. What's up, Cole? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, hopefully it does the same thing tonight too. Yeah, it'd be nice. Short term is for day traders. Long term is I'm extremely bullish. Okay, so you're saying you're extremely bullish. Yeah. Jay Powell ain't doing nothing until Trump shows some kind of consistency. Probably true. The consistency is probably the hardest, right? But we know that the tariff discussions, if he has more deals with the tariffs, again, like we did with the UK today, I think rate cuts are coming quicker than we think. This time will be Tether collapse, BTC, MEXC. Pump Fund will also have all the liquidity, pull all the liquidity. Pump Fund is dangerous, bro. I would not trust Pump Fund. If you gave me $1 million, I'd probably I ain't trusting it, dude. Too bad I can't buy now anymore. Hard to buy something that's 15% up. Yeah, that's do not buy. Do not buy on green days, dude. This is tough to buy right now. People do it. The times to buy are when it's 15% down. Everyone's going to want into crypto at its peak. Dude, that's exactly how it is, man. Every time crypto goes up, everyone wants to buy at the top. It's so weird. It's like the psychological, there has to be a study on it, on why we do that, why the impulses of human nature is to buy when it's a rally versus buy when it's in the dump. Like there has to have been a study on it, because it's actually quite phenomenal that we do that. That most people do that. I don't do it. I've got past that. It took me a while to get over that hurdle. Raul's been saying the banana zone was coming since May last year and everything dumped. But I mean, when you're starting to match up the numbers here, I mean, this could be, you could say, well, this is correction 1 and this is correction 2. But okay, so let's just say that's the case. Then we're going to have a rally coming. We're going to have a rally. When that day comes, I don't know. 20K XRP, $1 US average. I feel okay about it. Hell yeah, Thomas. I feel great about that. That's great. My parents said they didn't trust investing in BTC back in 2016 when I told them they should have. Now they invest in BTC at 97. That is a perfect example of what most people do. Yeah, that's funny. The biggest thing I got from this channel is never buy a green candle FOMO. Hell yeah, James. Never, dude. That's like rule number 1, dude. Just do not buy when it's in the green. When it's green. And I will tell you, I had messed that up before. Like, I'm not perfect on that. Big Watch Dude beats me up all the time over it, dude. But it was the quant. Quant came in and it was like buy quant, and then it went up like 20%, and I was like, I'm not buying. It's in the green, dude. Like, I'm not buying on a 20% candle. And the thing went up like another 100%, and I missed it, right? So it does happen. I'm not gonna say that rule always works out, but what it's done is it saved me from a lot of buying the tops too. So yeah, I might have missed it one time, but it's helped me out tremendously on a lot of others. So to each your own on how we get that. When it's time to sell, it's the best time. Meme coins first to my layers. Yeah, I mean, meme coins, you should be selling your meme coins. So usually meme coin season's after the bull run. In all reality, meme coin season happens after the bull. Yep, takes time to get used to it, but when it clicks, you just love the dips. Yeah, it's a lot easier when you're buying the dips. FOMO is a real thing. FOMO is a real thing, dude. Do you buy music when the musician's not hot, or do you buy the album when they're hot? That's a good question, dude. I mean, I just listen to music in general. I don't know if I buy albums. Buy high, sell low is the same psychology as when you look at yourself more when you're ill and don't care when you're fit. That's a good one. I could see that. Crypto Joel coming high with the $10 super chat. Any thoughts on Light Chain AI pre-sale? I've been slowly buying almost 1 million. Dude, I have no idea what the Light Chain AI pre-sale is, bro. Light Chain AI, I'd have to look into that. But yeah, if anyone's buying into, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of pre-sales out there. Like I said, the only pre-sale that I'm in on right now is the Pure Wallet pre-sale. And that's just because the Pure Wallet actually has, I mean, their wallet is legit, dude. Like I'm digging their wallet. I'm actually using their wallet more and more now. And I'm can't wait for the next update to come out. The next update, which hopefully is coming this Monday, is going to be phenomenal. It's going to have SUI in there. It's going to have HBAR in there. It's going to have, what's the other things? It's going to have a bunch of other ones. It's going to have Solana in there. It's going to have a lot of these other ones in there. And then on top of that, you're going to be able to buy, on the DEX side, like for, like XRP meme coins and SUI meme coins, you're going to be able to buy using their DEX. So I'm kind of really just stuck on the Pure Wallet token. Can you still buy on green if you are DCAing? Well, you're actually DCAing up, Black Raider. You're not DCAing down. So you're not your dollar cost averaging up if you're DCAing on a green day. But yeah, I get what you're saying. You're saying if you're still DCAing down. So like if let's just say your average is 350 and you're buying on the green today and it's 325, you're like, hey, I'm still DCAing my way down. I mean, I guess you could do that. I guess I just wish that people would have bought when it was $2 or 205 or 208, even 2 days ago, 208, right? I wish they were buying then. But, it is what it is. That's hindsight. Finally got my 10K goal of XRP. Hell yeah, dude. Love that. Ripperino, thanks so much for the $2 or the €2. Buy high, sell low, stick to tradition. That's kind of how it works, dude. The buy high, sell low. Dude, I always get a kick out of it. I wish I could find I know someone's been here for a long time. There was remember that channel that made that parody of Henok? And when he was trying to give advice, when he's like, it's so easy to buy. All you got to do is just buy low, sell high. That's how you become a millionaire. Do you guys remember that? And those two guys were watching it and they all started laughing. Like I instantly think of that. Like, and I'm not saying that Henok didn't say the right thing because he did say the right thing, but it was just funny how like it's that simple. And it's like, it sounds that simple, but I mean, in all reality, there's a lot more to that than just that. But someone needs to find that clip because that clip was hilarious, dude. Hoping I can leave my job after this bull run. I'm with you, Nathan. I'm with you. I mean, I hope you can too, bro. People just love hype even when it's against all comments. Leroy, if that's ain't the truth right there. Well, here I go. Light Chain AI is 90% probability of being a scam. Sorry, just buy some good established projects. That's when Kev, you've been in the space too long, dude. That's when you know. But yeah, I'm not going to dog anyone for getting into a crypto that they enjoy. Crypto has become a lot more than it used to 2 years ago. You know what I mean? There's a lot more projects coming out here. A lot more people jumping into projects. We know that memes, I mean, literally meme coins are deemed a commodity. Most anything launched now is going to be deemed a commodity. It's going to be deemed a collection. And the SEC is not going to come after anyone launching a project anymore. It's not going to happen. And at least in these next 4 years, it's not going to happen. So, yeah. So it's the emotional moment that becomes the trigger. Yes, that is correct. First American Pope. Is the new Pope American? Is he really? He's an American Pope? Holy crap. The 14th is the first American Pope. That is crazy. I did not know that. XRP is buying my ticket to Australia. Hell yeah, dude. You won't listen, but I do my bit. Free public service that nobody wants. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know the Pope was American. So he's actually going to speak. So he's not going to be, because most of the time when the French speak, when the Pope speaks, I don't even know what the hell he's saying. Damn straight, I'm gonna be dragging my nuts on the rug like a dog. Oh my god, great God, man! I can't believe I just read that, dude. 266 popes in history, never from America. Now America's Pope, dude. That's wild, bro. Really? Wow. I guess that says something, dude. BTC's dumping. Is it coming down now? Let's actually take a look. Let's get out of here. BTC dumping. What's done? Is it just coming down? Is it like leveling out? Yeah, it's coming down a little bit. It's coming down. Let's go to the hour chart here. So yeah, over the last hour, it's coming down. I mean, but you got to think, dude, this rally left open a major fair value gap right there, dude. That fair value gap got left open pretty heavily right here on the 100,000 mark. Dude, this will probably come back down to 100,000. At least fill up this fair value gap right here. But yeah, this thing went on a rip, dude. This thing almost went to 102. XRP's dumping 22, 223. We say it's done. I made a video, I made a short, and I will say that it was funny because I said the markets are booming. And the guy's like, dude, how is the market booming when it's only up like 0.5%? And I'm like, you're right, dude. I should say the markets are. And so when people say it's dumping, it's like, okay, it's down like 0.025%. So it's funny now. It's funny how that works. Bro, whose car, if we're dumping 100K? Yeah, 100 grand is a dump. 100 grand is a dump. American Pope just sounds wrong. It's kind of different. American Pope. 2 years ago, we moved as a pack. Now it's every man for himself, themselves. That's true, dude. We did move as a pack, and unfortunately, I don't know if we'll ever recover that. Like, you know, you would actually, like, communities would stick together and they would like hold down projects. Like, that was the cool part about 2022. Is that you would invest into a project knowing that the community behind the project was going to hold it down with you, and which would allow the project to actually rally, would cause the project to actually make your 10x. I mean, every time, dude, Austin, I'm dying over here. You read a crazy message. Dude, I try to read them all. I told you guys, I try to read as many messages as possible, and they might not be the most PC messages. He's a Peruvian immigrant that immigrated to Chicago, and oh my God, Giga. You guys are crazy, dude. This chat is wild sometimes, dude. Crypto people are never pleased. We're at 100K and y'all crying. Dizzy gang. It is, guy. You know, again, that's the everyone wanting to get rich quick, right? It's that mentality, dude. They don't want their investment to go down, dude. So yeah, it's kind of what crypto is. Austin, please ask your audience, why are you? I am happy, dude. I'm totally happy, bro. It's a cool game out here, dude. It is. XRP not running because I'm investing. It's like those things, like those memes out there where it's like the chart when I'm investing, when I sell, when I buy, like, or when I buy, when I sell, all that kind of stuff. Like, those things are so funny, dude. The Pudgy Penguin, yeah, I think it was actually ripping pretty good. Is there any protest against Brad and the Ripples? I want to join. Yeah, there's nothing dumb to do. It's been a rip. Crypto is your headache, or it's either a headache or a dream. Yeah. How up can we go before we take a dip? I mean, it's going to be a ride, dude. I mean, we're going to have our ups and our downs for sure. Just watch these fair value gaps. Like I said, we could continue to rally, but we'll leave fair value gaps. The markets pull back to these fair value gaps, dude. Let's go to the day chart here. There is a major fair value gap right here at 95. I mean, are we going to come back down to 95? Maybe. But this right here left a major fair value gap right here. These 3 days of in the green on Bitcoin has left a major fair value gap here. But look at how nicely this is, dude. The 50 came down, almost touched to 200, and we're bouncing back. Like, this is when I know that we're going to rally, dude, because of how close that 50 got to this, dude. Last time that 50 got close to this, dude, look at this. Last time the 50 got close to the 200 right here. Look at this. Right here. 50 touched the 200 and we bounced back up to here. 50 came down and touched the 200 and now we're bouncing back, dude. We could be on a pretty good trajectory right now, guys. I want to be honest with you. We could be on we could reach all-time highs for Bitcoin again in this next pump. I'm scared of dogs. I'm terrified of a dog dragging. Oh my God, dude. Why is Paul Atkins taking so long to finish the Ripple case? I don't know why. So Austin, what will the charts do? Yes. I think the biggest change is the big boys from banks and yeah, the ETF was a big game changer, Luis. Absolutely. The ETFs are a game changer in all this. And when these other cryptos get that ETF, it's going to be a different ball game, bro. Martin, my prediction, I've already said my prediction for XRP, dude. So Solana is going to probably continue to do well, but I mean, I've stayed pretty straightforward. My first level that I want to get to is 385. For XRP, that would probably be my first real level here is 385, which would far exceed the all-time high of right here at almost 340 for XRP. Get to 385, and then I want to get to 450. But the overall goal is 701, dude. Like my thumbnail says, 701 is kind of like where I'm at. So that's kind of where I'm hoping it goes, dude. How is our girl Granny? I haven't seen her, Romero. She's kind of a ghost to me, dude. Nice friend you have there. I said I think Solana. I was saying Solana. I was hoping Solana can get around. I was hoping to get to the 1,000 marker of this bull, but I mean that's a 10x from where it's at, or a little less than a 10x, like not 8x from where it's at right now. Heck, in 3 years, crypto will be a norm. Yeah, it's already become a norm, dude, for a lot of people. And there's only 7% of people invested in crypto, right? We got to wait till it gets to 66% of people. 66% of people, which is like the global side, gets there. You know what I mean? Let's go. Austin, you've been saying BTC good investment, but if I have limited funds, XRP should be better. X compounding. I think obviously the smaller the market cap, the more riskier it gets, right? So XRP is a bigger risk than Bitcoin just because of market cap. But the one thing going for Bitcoin that a lot of other cryptos don't have is that everyone is vying for Bitcoin. Every institution out there across the globe, every major country is trying to buy up Bitcoin. So like, if Bitcoin continues to dominate like that, it's going to be a different story than a lot of these cryptos. But I mean, if you go off your theory, then yeah, XRP could be better. But at the same time, I mean, I think more people are buying Bitcoin than they are XRP. I want to sell out part when it's up, so I will wait. Yeah, I would wait too. What's up, big dog? 701, your price, even with ETFs. Yep. Yeah, I think ETFs will continue. I think that's like going to be the hype that it gets it to. You know what I mean? Not saying that like that's where it like stops. You know what I mean? I'm just saying 701 is kind of like, the numbers right here. If you actually go back to my original numbers here, so these numbers that I pulled right here, 839 is based off of where we have a fall out the next bull run. So we know that typically alts lose anywhere from, this is 76%. So I wonder if I have it on this chart. Do I have it on this chart? Nope. I guess I only have it on this chart. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I did do it over here. But yeah, if you go back and you look at these charts right here, I mean, well, I'm saying a 73% will put us back down here at the $2 mark, but in all reality, it could be a little bit higher. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Devin, thanks so much for the 4-month membership, dude. You're awesome, dude. You got to get on the cookie train. I got to look it up, Devin, for sure. And I appreciate your 4 months of being here. We got Granny Love coming in with the 2 months. We got Granny Love in the house here. 2-month anniversary, Austin. Yeah, there you are. I thought you were ghosting me, baby. Anyone know about the implementation of the ISO protocol? They haven't really came out and said exactly what's going to happen. How does the new exchange deal Ripple help XRP? Well, you're hoping that they start exchanging money across the Ripple network, and they'd have to use XRP as the gas for that, right? That's kind of the deal. We got Roger. What's up, Roger? Long time no see, dude. Hope all is well with you. I DM'd you about Puff at 400K market cap, same founder as Tima. Roger always holding it down. Roger always hitting me up and holding it down, man. I appreciate you, dude, for the $10 super chat here. We got Puff in the house here, 400K market cap, same founders as Tima. All right. Tima. Wasn't Tima the one that was in? Who was the remember like back in November and December? Who was the team that was in here? Was it Tima that was in here that was telling us to check the charts all the time? Was that the same teammate? Was that the same team? Roger's been around for a long time, dude. I gotta hold it down. Roger's always coming in here, giving some insight to different projects and stuff like that. So I appreciate you, bro. You always keep me on your radar, always holding down and giving out super chats. So thank you so much. The state cryptocurrencies are not buying right now. The Arizona state said they can keep unclaimed digital assets. Yeah, that's pretty good to see. I'll give you that. That's another thing that's cool over here. Missouri set to become the first U.S. state to exempt capital gains tax on stocks, crypto, and real estate. This is phenomenal, dude. Like, I wish all states would do this. Like, we need this to happen across all platforms. People ask me, it's kind of scary to give advice. You could lose a friend real quick. Oh yeah, dude. People come at you pretty hot all the time if you talk about things with them. I have a feeling we don't lose as much off the peaks of the highs. You're probably right. We still might, dude. 701 could be in October, but probably January, March. Jimmy, I hope it's sooner than that. Austin, you look at them cookies. Love you, bro. You're too smart. And on and on it. I appreciate you, Benjamin. Yeah, I gotta look at you're talking about Cookie DAO, right? Is that what you're talking about? Well, XRP has to be used to push it across the network, right? So it'll be moved into RLUSD, but then to move RLUSD across the network, they got to use XRP as gas, right? Isn't that how it works? Isn't that like no different than like Ethereum? So, Austin, did you see the company that announced they created an XRP reserve for real-time payment infrastructure? I did not see that. Dude, what the fudge? This thing is just blowing up right here. Dude, they want to tokenize the stock market? That's crazy, dude. Brian, thanks so much for the €5, dude. Oxy or OXY getting started. Play to earn with the game. All right, dudes, we got a lot of things. See, it's crazy. There's a lot of things that come out when the markets start to rally, dude. That's definitely one of them right there. I haven't heard of OXY. Have you guys heard of OXY? I have a feeling about 400 plus hasn't hit the like button. Yeah, hit that like button. Appreciate you, Forsaken. It'll get shorter and shorter as we grow. Yeah, talking about that, dude. I think it's good that we where'd it go? Right here. Understanding the bull versus the bear. A lot of people don't even understand the difference between the bulls and the bear markets, right? That's really what it comes down to. Bull markets, sustained price increase, positive investor sentiment, favorable economic indicators. And it says bear markets are prolonged price declines, negative investor sentiment, and adverse economic conditions. So we know that we're not at an adverse economic conditions. You had Jerome Powell come on and say the economy is in a better scenario than we ever thought before, than we thought, right? The only negative investor sentiment that's out there is the tariffs. Outside of the tariffs, there's no other real negative sentiment out there. And we haven't had prolonged price declines. We're talking maybe a month and a half, 2 months that we've had a prolonged price decline. It hasn't been really bad, but I mean, we have had favorable economic indicators, and there have been positive investor sentiment too, and there have been price increases. So I think we're still in for a bull market. So I thought the exemptions was just on stocks. If they include the others, that's what it said right here. Missouri is set to become the first U.S. state to exempt capital gains tax on stocks, crypto, and real estate. Real estate's huge too, dude. Uphold original platform. Well, it's still a turtle, but a good mover. Cookie DAO, you'll love it. All right. I do like DAOs. Austin was giving advice, but then got hate. He was dodging shoes being thrown at him like George Bush. That's actually one of the best clips ever, dude. Did it freeze for anyone else? Am I frozen right now? So basically, they're not going to cut until the tariffs take effect. That's probably how it looks. Oh, Onx coin. Oh, okay. I've heard of Onx coin. Yeah. So basically, yeah, they're not going to cut. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that works. Awesome, Austin. Good to see you, brother. Hope your gas station is doing well. What's your opinion on the XRP will be by the end of the month? Oh, at the end of the month, dude? Shoot. I mean, I honestly, I hope that we get back to, by the end of the month, I'm hoping that we get back to at least above 275. I mean, that's kind of where I'm hoping. And again, that could be, it's so hard to say with the markets. The markets are hard to say because we don't know what Trump's going to come out and say every day. we really don't know what's going to be said on the daily. And anything that Trump says could just cause the markets to just be obliterated in an instance. You know what I mean? But like this 255 is like my first real goal. So, hopefully here we get to the 255. That's kind of my first goal. Let's get over the 255 marker, which you can see right here. And if we can get over that 255 marker, I think we're in a really, really good situation. So that's my first step, dude. And that probably won't happen for a couple of weeks because we already know that when Bitcoin's rallying, everything else, lags behind. So when Bitcoin starts to peak out, then the altcoins will start to run. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, kind of 255 is kind of like my reserve way. Benjamin Carter, thanks so much for the $2 super chat. You deserve a cookie DAO. I'll have to look at cookie DAO. I'm assuming it's a DAO that probably invests in other projects. It's kind of what usually the DAOs do these days. I have heard of Pure Wallet. So yeah, Pure Wallet's a great wallet. If you haven't downloaded a non-custodial wallet, make sure you download a non-custodial wallet, and you'll be good to go. And I think Pure Wallet is definitely one of those that are going to lead to. I'm calling it right now, guys. I'm putting this full screen. I think Pure Wallet is going to be one of the top decentralized non-custodial wallets in 2026. I'm telling you right now, dude. I really am. I truly believe that. Not just because I worked on it, not just because of anything like that. I just really do think based off of what the usability of it is and what they can do based off other wallets, they have a really good shot at being one of the top wallets. So mark it, clip it, and we'll come back to it. We'll revisit that here in a couple months. 220, making money. Are you up? Like you starting to say you bought your average of 220, Scott? I have real estate. Oh, a bunch of us in Discord like and own Cookie DAO. Okay. Austin, what's your price point on BTC compared to XRP? Meaning if BTC hits 250, what would XRP be? I said that if Bitcoin hits 250, XRP is going to hit the $7. That was my comparison. 701 for XRP, 250 for Bitcoin. But that just goes back to the same thing. If Bitcoin hits $20, if Bitcoin hits $1 million, I think that XRP hits $20. So, and that's right where we're at. That's a 10x from where we're at right now. I think a 10x for XRP is viable. That would put us at $20 from where we're at right now. And that would be a 10x from where we're at with Bitcoin, which would put us right at $1 million for Bitcoin. So yeah, I think that's kind of that comparable. But I mean, even XRP could hit, even if Bitcoin hits $500,000, XRP could still hit that $20 mark. You know what I mean? BTC 160 max. You think 160 max? The math doesn't add up when I do it that way. Not saying that math always has to add up, but I like when my math adds up, and when it starts making sense from adding up. 250 is the marker, dude. 250 is the marker. Right here, 250. That's just my personal belief. Again, we can do our own things, but I mean, like 250 is kind of my marker. It's been my marker for a while. Math makes sense there. XRP with 20 to 30x of BTC 10x's. You think so, Soul Jeffy? All right. I am the Pope. XRP is going to flip BTC. maybe. But all right, guys, with all that, I'm going to be hopping off here. The markets are looking phenomenal, dude. Best day we've had in quite some time, probably a couple months now. We've had a really, really good day. You can see the markets are still sitting really nicely. It's good to see us back over 476 points. We're up 66 on the S&P 500 and almost 300 over on the NASDAQ. BTC still sitting above the $100,000 mark, which is nice. We're going to hopefully continue to see this grow. There will be some ups and downs to this, but we want to continue to see the rally upward. So we'll see what happens there. Like I always say, thank you so much for coming in here and kicking with me today and joining me on this show. Today was a great day to wake up to, and it just feels great. And yes, it is soccer time. I do got soccer tonight, so we'll be there. Is Pure Wallet like a trading platform similar to Coinbase? No, it's a non-custodial wallet, Raquel. Non-custodial wallet, just like MetaMask, just like SafePal, all those wallets. Things that you want to move your wallet from exchanges on to a non-custodial wallet so you hold your keys to your crypto. That's what it is. It's a platform for that. So with all that, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up on your way out. And with all that, love you guys a ton. And we're out. Peace out, everyone.